Hey everyone, I'm Dennis Woodside, CEO of Freshworks. Today, I'm joined by Igor Collell, the Chief Information Officer at Seqens. Seqens is a major social housing provider in the Paris region that manages more than 100,000 homes across 310 municipalities and supports over 1,600 employees. He's been leading a transformation across service system delivery, asset management, and how employees get their work done, all while tens of thousands of residents depend on his organization for their daily lives. So I'm excited to speak with Igor because modernization at scale with this kind of mandate requires more than just good tooling and technology. It requires a really clear point of view. So Igor, welcome.
Thank you, Dennis. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you. And so, setting the stage a bit, let's start with you. So, describe your role at Seqens and describe what drew you to the organization. What makes this CIO role different from what you've done in the past?
I will start with a little bit of history because Seqens is still a young company. We are the merger of six companies and were founded in October of 2019. And right before this merger, we split with another company, which is very interesting for me as a CIO because what drew me to Sequence is that mix of challenges, splitting companies and merging six companies with the mission. We are housing more than 230,000 people over more than 100,000 units. And we're part of Action Logement, which houses more than 2.5 million people in France. And to put it in context, France has 70 million inhabitants. So that's a huge number. And that mix of challenges being from that mission that is close to my heart and these challenges of IT is really what drew me to Sequence, and that changes from other missions that I could have had before.
Very interesting. Now, Sequence has a really clear purpose, which is to give everyone a chance by innovating for housing. How does operating at the intersection of housing, community, and social impact change what good looks like for IT in particular? And how do you prioritize things like modernization and service delivery when you are thinking about, your resources and your priorities?
So all our missions are around the environment, the people being the employees, being the tenants, and how we integrate with the city. And we always mention, like when we, for instance, build housing, we don't build and then go. We build and we stay there for 50 years with all the tenants. And we have to mix that with our vision for IT. I started earlier with that bit of history mentioning that we had that split and that merger, and that's important to remember because we basically destroyed our IT or started from scratch and rebuilt everything, and that's something that is very interesting because it allowed us to go to modernization fairly fast. So we're full cloud nowadays. We only go SaaS, yes, PaaS. But at the same time, being still young, that standardization, stabilization is a main focus, and recurring theme that will probably be like during this exchange that we have is that basically we've been running a marathon at sprinting pace. We're trying to catch up what we don't have because all the companies prior were smaller companies while stabilizing what we have. And really that's what we not struggle with, but that's what we juggle with all the time. We always keep in mind what is good for the tenants first, even if it's in the back office, even if they don't see it, as long as it can benefit the tenants' lives. This is what helps us prioritize.
Excellent. And so let's talk about some of the ways that IT affects the tenants' lives. So you're supporting 100,000 homes, 300 municipalities, about 1,600 employees. So tell me a little bit about how your team kind of maintains high quality service. How do the tenants see that? What experiences do they have that are impacted by the underlying technology that's powering your company?
We don't interact directly with the tenants, meaning like I don't provide internet access for them or direct service. However, like most of what we do is direct relation with the tenants. It could be the extranet, it could be how they can file claims, but it's also BIM, like the building information management. It's maintenance. How do you plan your maintenance for the building so you don't have someone who lives in the 20th floor of the building and there's no elevator and they don't know that the elevator is broken, when it's gonna be fixed, and all of that is all this information that we can bring them. Basically, we have 600 superintendents on site to help the tenants or to be there for the tenants. And I would say the most simple tools we can provide them with is important.
And so, to that end, you're using Fresh Service, I understand, as a way to enable that superintendent to reach out with any kind of problems or issues. And talk to me a little bit about how that works and how has that changed the service interaction that superintendent or other employee might experience.
We have twice as many superintendent's office as there is McDonald's in the region, and that's with the love of friends with McDonald's. I think that's a pretty good number. Meaning, like we have 600, actually 650 offices for these superintendents, so they can be as close as possible to the tenants. And with that, we need to provide them with all the service that they need. Meaning, like I could have an issue with in my office, but I could have an issue with the tools that I'm using for the tenants, and we need to be able to react fast, to trace how we have an issue, to know if the issue is local to one person or if it's something that's starting to be global, so I can have the right team focusing on that. And Fresh really helps us with that, because with seeing like um, regrouping all the incidents together to have an overview. Okay, is this becoming a problem, or is there was just a local anomaly someplace, to be able also to track. That's really important, to track and prioritize. Let's say I have an issue with the extranet, and the tenants uh, don't have the information they need. Sometimes the information, it could be for payment, but it could be to have a document that they absolutely need to renew some paper, some official paper. We need to be able to prioritize that and to reply and fix it as soon as that happens. And Fresh really helped with that, with other things that we'll probably talk about later on, but managing the assets that we have in these offices. And obviously, like, we don't only have superintendents, because out of the 1700 employees that we have, the superintendents represent 40% of the employees, and the rest, the administrative employees, are in the headquarters, but also like in 6 main hubs, like within the region.
Right. Right. And it's interesting to hear how behaviors change. So people used to call, now everything's coming through your portal. How do you see the behavior changing, and why did it change? Why were you able to get people to kind of change how they would reach out for help?
The ratio is about one superintendent for 160 units that is managed. We have them so you can have that direct contact. That's very important, and that's part of our mission. We need to not forget that among the 250,000 people that we house, we have some people who will have computers who can use them, and we have some people who don't have the means to have a computer,
Correct.
or who can't use a computer, and
Yeah.
that's really important for us to accommodate all of these, because if someone can save time and go through any IT application that we given them, being the external, being with the coding, with AI that's behind, with natural language,
Mm.
and getting the reply, that's fine, because that frees more time for the people who can't, or the people who need a more developed answer, a more complex answer.
So you mentioned AI, and I wanted to ask you about that. You have lots of companies coming to you and proposing different AI applications and so forth. What are you actually using AI for? Or what are you excited about to use AI for in Sequence?
It was not to get less employees at the call center. It was to allow them to have more value. So basically, when a
Mm.
call reaches them, then we know that it's something that was not trivial. That was a game changer. That's part of the good use of AI. I remember, for any like call center, we've all called like, oh, if you want this, press one, and then like always listening to all these choices, and then at the end you just say, I just want to talk to someone. Now with
Hmm.
AI, we have natural language that goes and look for the answer, as long as it's something that is it's in a content environment, and we make sure that there's no mistake. Like, we're not going to give you false information if you're asking like, how much do I owe for my rent, for instance, or have I replied to that regulatory survey. That's all of that. We make sure that you have the right answer, and then if you need to have complex or different questions, then it will get to the people. I am so excited about like so many things about AI, and also with Fresh, and we've been talking about like everything that can be done with it. Talking to the agent, like opening a ticket one day through Teams, just like if I'm talking to an agent, it goes with it. It creates the ticket for my agents in the IT department, having a summary of the information that goes, having a draft of the answer, because it's something that we've answered or we've encountered before, basically making them more efficient, then makes the ticket being replied faster, and then the service to the tenant being faster, is something that we're really looking forward to. We want the AI to be the assistant, being productive
Right.
assistant or to some task assistant, and that's really what we're aiming for.
Well, Igor, this has been fascinating. Thank you so much. For me, I've taken away a couple things. I think the mission of Sequence is really unique, and the fact that you were able to almost start over, clean slate, build a cloud first architecture, and now are using Freshservice, other products to deliver service to your employees, who in turn serve hundreds of thousands of residents. I think that's really powerful. I think AI, as you're talking about, is really an exciting area for you to continue exploring with us, with others, as you deliver more and more amazing service to those residents and fulfill the mission of Sequence. So, Igor, thank you very much again. And for others, stay tuned in the future. We'll have other interesting guests on to talk about how technology is changing and the future of AI and technology. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.